Are we rolling?
Yes.
Hey, if Freddie the cat over there, the fucking podcast, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Post-terror attack, Linden, New Jersey podcast. Post-terror attack. Nobody hurt. Thank the Lord. Well, nobody hurt, nobody killed. Hey, Dan, I need some fiber optics on this. I need some more volume. Let me be Mario Bosco and point very arrogantly to the mic. Oh, good. Okay, there we go. What does that Mario do when he needs volume? He just looks at you and just
he throws his hands up in the
condescending way. Yeah,
but that's after we tested the headphones before the show.
He's in. You know what he's in? He's in this mode because we haven't called him. Someone hasn't paid attention to him for longer than 30 fucking seconds, and he pulls that Gindaloon move. I know what it is because I grew up in a Gindaloon fucking family. If a fucking Dago kid, I said Dago, sure, I can do it. I'm Italian. If one of us fucking
I'll edit that out later.
Do not.
Of course I won't.
If one of us fucking without papers, cocksuckers, fucking motherfucking fucker. I can't stop doing Dennis Miller. Lately, I can't stop doing Dennis Miller. I want Bill Maher and Dennis Miller to have a liberal comedian, conservative comedian debate.
That would be so great.
Right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And it would be fantastic. With the fucking, hey, Ma, when'd you become fucking Mr. Fucking I know everything about politics, you horse-lick jackass? I remember this cat when he was throwing up in a waitress's pussy at Giggles outside of Seattle with the fucking, herp right before the HIV came about, with him and Brenner touring with the motherfucking mullets, the goddamn mullet crew. Mars mullet was so fucking pre-19 fucking 81. He made fucking Yogi Berra look like a manager with 2 rings from the Mets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This fucker, fucking Bill Maher, he didn't know anything about politics. When did you know how to fucking pull a lever, you piece of cacklick? This fucking guy right here. You got to see the mullet on this cat. Holy shit. Guy that made the drummer from ABBA look hip. You understand? Guy made the drummer from ABBA look like Patrick Stewart, this mullet fucker over here. What a mullet. You know what I'm saying? You remember that, you fucking thickling? Oh, yeah, sure. Dennis, like you had nice hair. You had good hair. You were stupid. I was smart and you were stupid. Yeah, why was I stupid there, Billy? Because I believed in God like 98% of the fucking world. It's called faith. Google it. Have one of your black whores Google it. Yeah, I said it. This fucking guy over here, this guy's De Niro if you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying there? If De Niro had to pay for black pussy, he'd be Bill Maher. Okay? Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, you never paid for black pussy. Okay, fine. You're stupid. Why? Because I don't go to whores? Why? Because I'm not saying I was exactly like a young Warren Beatty on the set of Shampoo when we were on the road. But let me tell you something, pal. I waited for a hot chick to fucking hang a curve over the plate. I didn't go paying for it. I'd rather go home and fucking jerk off to Glamour Mag back then with fucking a young Lauren Hutton. The fucking Letterman teeth. You understand? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't fuck Lauren Hutton right through that fucking Letterman gap tooth. I'd get clean the wax out of your fucking mullet ears, dicklick. That's what I said. I would. You'd probably fuck Letterman, you fucking. And he'd do anything for a fucking career, piece of cock. I'm sorry for being smart with politics. I'm sorry for bringing my political brain to the television screen and helping America. Yeah, the only thing you fucking helped was your mullet fucking bank account, you and your dicklick dad who wrote for radio. Yeah, I remember the old days, politically incorrect. Give me a break. It was the Stern Show without Beetlejuice, you cocklick. Oh, yeah, Howard used to say I ripped him off. Bullshit. Everybody ripped off Howard. Didn't they? Everybody ripped off Howard, didn't they? Yeah, well, some people did. And you're one of them. You piece of shit. Bill Maher over here. Yeah, pick up Marsh's first book. Not a lot about politics in that one. No. Yeah, Marsh's first book doesn't talk a lot about the economy plan of fucking Reagan. Yeah, not a lot of talk about the defense mechanism system and the Barack Obama care bullshit. No, that first book, it's more of him getting a blumpkin from the goddamn chick who fucking sat people at ha-has on the Who's outside of Des Moines. Okay, yeah, not a guy giving $1 million to a fucking campaign and getting blown off. By the way, how's that feel? How's that feel? There's $1 million. There's a black person you gave $1 million to and he didn't come over to you.
Oh God.
There's only one black person Mar gave $1 million to, and the guy didn't do what he wanted. It was Barack Obama. Cat gives some $1 million to Obama, and I can't even get him on his stupid show. How bad does your fucking show suck? Tell you what, everybody gives me $1 million, I would do the Hitler show, and gladly. Gladly. I go, hey, Adolf, I like your new announcer there, Gehring. Doing a hell of a job over there. Yeah, Rex Marshall. Mengele is going to come out with stupid human tricks after this, right? He's going to try to take the liver out of a rabbi's twat. What the fucking... Yeah. $1 million, I'd be there. I'd be plugging it, for Christ's sake. Yeah, catch me later tonight on the Tonight Show with Adolf Hitler. All right? I'm little old me, Ed Hurley. Rex Marshall Gehring with the powder blue fucking I want a Little League team in my ass. Goddamn uniform. Yeah, tonight we got Dennis Miller, Chelsea Handler, who of course changed the couple letters, went from Hitler to Handler. Fucking twat. Fucking goes on that goddamn show where they tell you your ancestry. She finds out she's a Nazi, gets all fucking bent out of shape. Yeah, be proud of it, sweetie.
She would have banged Hitler to be in one of those movies.
She would have. Well, she bagged basically the show business version of Hitler. Every one of them. Chelsea Handler fucked more executives than the goddamn Norman Lear spinoffs. That's right, I said it. Yeah, Norman Lear spinoffs. Yeah, that fourth version of the Archie Bunker show, not exactly showing off, not exactly proving Lear was a genius. Fucking the niece Shannon or whatever her name is comes to live with them. Yeah, and all of a sudden, everybody's mature. All of a sudden, Archie puts on, a nice little jacket over that disgusting white shirt. You don't hear the toilet flush anymore. He pronounces shit right and never says fucking jig, jag, or Jew. All the family, when it became Secchi. Yeah, but it's sort of like MASH when Klinger stops putting on a dress. Hey, Jamie Farr, you don't want to put on the dress? Guess what? You're putting on the unemployment line. We got no use for you. Fucking the politically correct version of MASH. That's what we need. BJ Honeycutt won't even get a BJ. He's loyal to his wife. Thanks, pal. You don't fuck any of the cute nurses with Hawkeye, you piece of cock shit. And guess who was probably dying to be a writer on all those shows? Mr. Mullet Boy, yeah. Line it up. You would have been a writer on Benson if you get anything. Anything. And now you're fucking Secretary of State Vance. Your goddamn rhetoric. I bet the black cars love when you talk about politics. Man, you just so smart, Bill. Thank you. You see, here's the thing. Here's why you're a whore, and I'm a well-paid comedian. You're stupid, and I'm smart. Do you get it? Where's your leopard skin jacket? You got to get out of here. I'm waiting on Ann Coulter to come up. We're talking politics. Politics, the other P word. Yeah. Sounds like a good conversation there, Bill. Sounds like a real bright. Sounds like you're fucking really tacking it up at the. Sounds like the Algonquin fucking square table, if you ask me. That's what you sound like. If fucking one of the Algonquin square people had a mullet, yeah. If Dorothy Parker had a mullet at the fucking Algonquin, you understand what I'm saying, to you motherfucker. Who else was at the Algonquin? What guys were there? The guy who has the same name as the guy who wrote Jaws. What's his name? The guy.
No.
It's not the guy. The guy who wrote Jaws. Google it. You tell me this. I always wondered this. There's a guy in the Algonquin Round Table who's got the same name, Peter Benchley. Yeah, Peter Benchley. Of course, I knew it. That's one of those names Dan wishes he knew besides me. Dan must think he's a bigger intellectual than me, and of course he is.
Oh,
Of course he is, but I I let him think it.
yeah, I never do.
You never do what?
I never think that I'm more intellectual.
No,
than
you have this thing. By the way, I got to tell you, I feel terrible whenever I do well in my career because Dan is so clearly upset, and I don't know what to do.
I was upset about the Bears game.
Do I not tell you that I'm successful? First of all, I'm not successful, but when I have success, I like to share it with my life partner. I mean, you become my common law life partner at this point. We're just living together, man. We're making it work. Dan and I have a yin and a yang that's just working, pal. It's just working. It's a yin and a yang that has led to a good, solid $18,000 a year. On Mr. PP Podcast. Poo-poo. Yeah, Vinny Monroy is having a good time. We're making him rich. I heard Vinny Monroy's got 80,000 fucking podcast subscribers. We're getting nothing. Yeah, no one's stealing the Monroy show. I'd like to steal everything. Monroy show. Yeah, today Dan and I put out. I had a hectic week. Sorry, guys. Go fuck yourself. I love you for fucking being on the Pop-Up Podcast. But I had a fucking busy week. Dan and I had a, what we're giving here is a prop. Why am I doing this in Dennis Miller's voice? I just stayed in his voice. I just started yelling at Vinny Monroy as Dennis Miller. You fucking. Quite frankly, I like his voice better than mine. I'd rather be him. I'm just going to start being him. It's not a great impression, so no one will know. What are you looking at? He gave me that fucking dismissive laugh again. I can't. You don't know how much I can't take it. What were you looking at just now? You were Googling something? What were you looking at? What were you looking at?
I couldn't remember who the other person was at the Algonquin round.
Oh, stop it. Did I ask? There's a time for that, Dan. Listen, I'll give you the Ralph Cram. A man's house, a man's podcast is just like a ship, all right? I am the captain of this ship, all right? I'm the captain of this ship. You are nothing but a lowly third-class seaman. Your job is to sweep the floor, mop the deck, get the mess, and see that the captain feels good. That's all you have to do.
Do the towels.
The towels. I got to tell you, Dan right now is more valuable than any other person in my life.
Thank you.
You took agents. My agents get 10%. My one book agent in an ungodly ripoff. Like, I mean, just a fucking making with it to the bank, giggling like you've never seen before moment. This fucking guy for basically telling me the address of a book publisher. It was, I swear to God, it was July. He had a scarf on. I swear to God. And it was a scarf with all these pastel colors. And the Dorfman's like, yeah, we're going to make this guy's great. That's after he tells me, okay, we can't sell the book based on just the idea you have and the 2 bestsellers. What? We're coming off with 2 bestsellers, dude. 2! And we have a treatment. And quite frankly, the feedback's excellent. And you can't get me in a room? Not a deal. Get me in the room and then watch my fucking dust. All right, Scarf Boy? Oh, they try to talk. They try to talk. I'm doing so well in the room, I'm getting they're doing the wave. Oh, I've got something to add to that, Art. Yeah? Do it in your bathroom later. Mr. Fucking punch up the script over here. Mr. I fucking got a secret. Shut up. Either it's chilly in July or you're John Voight, you fucking prick. Yeah, either it's chilly in July or you're doing the fucking mullet mustache prick from Heat who gets the fucking clean license and passport for Bobby D and the boys. All right? What a weird character that is, by the way. John Voight and Heat.
Yes.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's okay. He's at the hospital. He's at the doctor.
Yeah. What happened out there?
Yeah, what happened out there today? Don't ask. What happened out there today? Yeah, he's one of those guys, those creepy guys that only exist in movies. I guarantee you. I've never been in the criminal world directly. I've been on the outskirts of it. There's nobody like John Voight. You get into a shootout like they do towards the end of Heat, and you're going down. You're in the joint or you're whistling disky. You're whistling Dixie. You understand what I'm saying? in the fucking joint. Yeah, so, what was I bitching about, Benny Monroy?
Your book deal.
I started talking about somebody was doing said something.
Towels. What else did we talk about?
Towels. Fucking, now he just threw me the fuck off. He throws in towels for no reason. We have to have instinct as far as what we do with the washcloths. Because you're throwing out too many of these washcloths.
Oh, yeah, I am.
You are.
Oh,
You know, you take advantage.
yeah.
You take liberties. Dan, your thoughts?
What do you mean?
Well, Dan, your pause. Do you realize that if you're trying to fake a compliment by lying, which clearly that's what you were doing, you did the Hillary Clinton lie pause. Ashcroft. I'm the server. Yeah, let me get Westchester Airport. Monica, I get flowers. Yeah, the Bill was there. No, I'm pneumonia. Yeah, no, Bill's there. Chelsea, Chelsea Chow. It is a nice day. Wow. Okay, no. I can't. No, the pantsuit. Absolutely no. Trump rhetoric. I can't. No, please stop, Nick. Yeah.
She can't even say "nice day" normally. She says it weird.
Cunt. She's a lying cunt, and he's a crazy person. We need the pot smoke laugh guy, but he's never going to win. Hi, I'm Gary Johnson. He already. What's his biggest win? Did he win a? What happens now? There's no stage. What's his poll number?
He does not have enough for the first debate. He's at like 13%.
Right, he need 15 because he's going for the second debate. It's time for that.
But he did get on. I think that this was reported that he got on the ballot in every state, which is a major thing. Which is a big.
Yeah, which is going to take votes away from you. You claim it'll help Trump.
I think so.
Because, and you had a good point, that all the Bernie Sanders people who are not going to vote for Hillary will vote for him.
Bernie was doing the talk show tour Friday. Oh, he was
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, he was so not into promoting Hillary.
Well, why would he be? Why would he be? She's another one. He's another one she fucked over. Why would you be the promoter?
No, I'd be so pissed.
Well, yeah.
But he's afraid that Trump's going to get in.
Well, you're giving up hope too. I think I can tell you're very liberal at this point. You're liberal. You're very afraid of Trump, right?
Yes.
What do you think he's going to do? Why is all you people, college educated people, why are all you afraid of Trump? What's he going to do?
I just think that the country's heading in the wrong direction.
Right. Okay. Why?
Why do I think it's headed in the wrong direction? I think because
somebody else who just said it. Yeah. Why? You said it.
Because I think that we are not taking care of our own in terms of infrastructure, in terms of we're spending trillions.
Your own? You mean bridges and shit, tunnels?
Right.
We actually literally have to rebuild the country.
Right.
Literally.
It takes a train 8 days to go from one end of Chicago to the other, and that's why we're importing corn from Brazil.
Wait a minute.
8 days.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. 8 days.
I don't understand what you're talking about. A train goes 8 days. What are you talking about?
It takes a train 8 days full of corn to get from one end of Chicago to the other because it's so convoluted the way that they have not taken care of the railroads.
What? My God.
There's so much back. The same thing at there was another place in New Orleans. They have so much back.
Well, New Orleans is one of those cities that was built so long ago based on gay Paris. Yeah, I visited New Orleans when I first went there in '95. God, I loved it. I just love it.
So did I.
Special. Well, no one's asking you. I have a special relationship with New Orleans. I do. I enjoy it. Old Money. That was the nickname of a whore I had. Old Money.
Did you play down there at a club?
I never did a club there. Now, I did 2 colleges. It was a big college town. And
to Loyola, probably, right?
I played. There's a small county college that had all comedians all the time. Like, it was known for booking comics, and the sorority would hire you. Division III basketball. Well, no, first of all, I played Tulane twice.
Okay.
I played Tulane twice, but not in like the main. These were fun gigs for me. It was embarrassing to tell other comics, but not sororities would book them, or a frat would book them. This was booked by a frat. And the 2 times I played Tulane with the same frat. And I did it 1 year when the guy was a sophomore, and he called me back 2 years later when he was a senior. And, it was in like the cafeteria. They'd set up a mic and a little stage, and no one would fuck with them. And it was almost entrepreneurial. The business professors would go, all right, do it yourself. They set up booze and shit. I don't know how they got away with that.
No kidding.
Well, seniors had keggers all the time, so they would look the other way. I didn't ask any fucking questions. I got my money. I got paid in cash. And I partied. So I had a good time down there. Tulane. You ever been to Tulane? You ever
No, I've been to Loyola, not Tulane.
Is Loyola right in the middle of the campus there? I mean the city?
I think it's a little on the outskirts.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Now, is that where Hank Gathers dropped dead? That Loyola?
No, that's Loyola Marymount.
Yeah,
That's in California.
Wow, that tape. That tape still, I remember. Oh, God, he went down like Hillary Clinton. Quite frankly. So New Orleans was one of those towns from the beginning, but always, you talk about infrastructure, what happened with Katrina makes sense. I can't believe it doesn't happen every fucking year. It is just built on plywood. All the colleges, everything, the hotel I was staying at was a nice, quaint, real deal, authentic, and you pay for that. But it's balsa wood. Made by slaves who, quite frankly, had a bad attitude. And Bill O'Reilly pointed out, and he caught shit for this, from the PC police. But he was right. He pointed out that they want the White House to be like strong, a good symbol of America. And slaves built it. And O'Reilly pointed out one night that they were given good rations. And they were in a good mood because guess what? They were fed properly. There is nothing more ornery than a slave that's not fed properly. And that's what Bill O'Reilly pointed out.
I know, when we have Mario here.
Exactly. Right. Now look, I know you say, no, this is disgusting. What do you think? I'm stating a fact that you need to have well-fed workers. If I'm stumbling a little bit like Jimmy the Greek, it's because I'm really watching my words. And anyone knows this. I have the last. Oh, the only way I'd have a racist bone in my body is if Bob Levy fucked me. You understand? Listen. What? I'll fucking kill you. I'm Bob Levy. What? In my own head, I stopped myself. I was about to say something very offensive. I stopped myself. You know what made me stop myself? I threw up in my own mouth thinking of Marlon Brando in The Score. Think of the shits Marlon Brando took towards the end of his life.
Oh, God.
Could he reach anything? He's sitting down in a moo-moo, that entire movie. We were watching The Score. That's the last movie. No, is that his last film?
That's his last film.
You sure about that?
Yes, he did a voiceover for a cartoon, but I am sure.
Right.
Yeah.
What was it? What cartoon voice? Scat?
I can't remember, but I
knew the guys.
I remember reading the review, like saying, "Thank God, this was his last movie."
Oh, okay. Thank God, why? Because it's good.
Yeah, that he had a decent performance, right?
Oh,
and it wasn't that one that you were fixated on for like 2 weeks. You watched every night. Remember that one where he has daughters. Something about money.
What's the name of it?
Something about it.
What was it? He did that other film. Wait a minute, something about Easy Money. Oh yeah, with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Is Charlie Sheen in it? Yeah, it's Charlie Sheen's in it.
Yes.
Yeah, the twins.
Yes.
He's got twin little girls. Easy Money or something. Not Easy Money, but Making Money.
Yeah, something like that. Right.
He plays like a Scottish guy.
Yes.
He plays a fucking Scottish guy with the fucking mullets. Moo Moo. Yeah, Marlon Moo Moo.
Free money.
Free money over here.
And then
Well, it's never fucking free. It's Bill Maher. I'll tell you, Maher. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's free tonight for you. You're acting stupid. New rule. Dennis Miller can't act stupid. Yeah, why don't you take your new rule fucking bit and shove it up your fucking Jay Leno's top 10 list twat? It's just another way to tell a fucking joke, you piece of dick lick. How am I gonna rework these jokes I've told 1,000 times? How am I gonna rework these 2 billion-year-old gags that I started writing? I started writing the fucking setup for some of these jokes in 1984 when I got off the fucking train. Took a swing at the cop, unfortunately. And the rest is TV history. I think we should go around the table now, Dan, and tell us all our favorite New York City moment. What's your favorite New York City moment, Dan?
My favorite New York City.
Favorite New York City moment. I'm doing this for a reason.
Since I've been here.
No, anytime. We don't have to quantify it. I don't have that much time.
I'm trying. Oh man. Well, probably that Michael Jordan games. Charles Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm talking about that happened to you.
Oh, to me.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not watching it on television. You think I wanted your favorite New York moment you watched on TV? I mean, I don't understand. Can I get a ruling on this from somebody? From anybody?
I'll tell you what it is.
Oh
it was the
God.
night that we went to
Why
the
don't we
Tonight
stop?
Show, and then
You
we
went to the Tonight Show?
and then we went out to dinner.
Was I there?
Yeah, you
Wait, what?
mentioned me on the Tonight Show.
I did what I say.
You mentioned that I
Well,
was
you
producer
are
of the podcast.
let me tell you something. You
And then
are
we went out to
so
dinner afterward.
self-involved. You are so self-involved. You try to come off like this humble. You are so self-involved. How many people did you tweet that? Oh my God, guys! Extra special Tonight Show appearance. Art usually does well, but guess who gets a mention? Guess who? The guy who's behind the man. You're behind a lot of men. What did I say?
That I produced the podcast.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
It was
your
just a fun.
That's your favorite New York moment.
It's just a fun. It was a fun night.
Oh, how
You got
queer.
Fallon came in and did the podcast.
He did?
Yeah.
That dude, for 4 seconds.
He came
said
in
hi.
for a couple
You
minutes.
got in his face. You fucking cornered him like a creep. Where did we go to dinner after the Tonight Show?
We went to Capitol Grill.
You did? And what did I say? What exactly did I say? Is it the first time I did the Tonight Show?
No, it was the second time.
How come I didn't mention you the first time?
I don't know. Maybe because you were playing ping pong with Susan Sarandon.
Well, that was not the Tonight Show. That was during Jimmy's other show.
Oh.
The 12:30 show.
What was the game you were playing? Oh no, the girl from Divergent. What was the? Remember you were playing something with her?
No, I'm straight. I don't remember. You remember?
She's in something now. What is she? Oh, she's Snowden's girlfriend. In the new.
In real life?
No, in the movie Snowden.
Who was Olivia Munn?
No, the girl from Divergent.
Oh, Divergent.
Right.
The one from the George Clooney movie?
Yes. The Descendants.
Yeah.
Shalia Woodley or Shia Woodley, whatever her name
You know
is.
exactly what it is. Dan thinks that if he knows certain names, I'll think he's gay. So he pretends not to know them. It's so funny. Katie Pari. What's your favorite song of all time, man? Firecrack?
It's not my favorite. That came from your road manager, Tim. I said it was a good pop song.
You said greatest song ever.
No, I did not.
And I said, I can't believe you just said
No.
that. I argued.
No.
I said, what about Hey Jude? Or
No. Not at all.
I said, what about Born Rum? You said, that's definitely my top 20. But this Firecrack. And then you played it for me. And I do agree.
That is not.
No, remember you played it for me on the phone. You go, dude, I'm going to play it for you, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. And we got home.
We
and
were
it
in
was
a car.
And when we got home, you played it for me. Only thing you remembered in the entire fucking. history of the show. God forbid someone remembers to tweet my gigs. Like, you remember to play the fucking Katy Perry song. Well, listen. And then I heard about it, and I fucking totally agree with you. Thank you, Cracker Eye. Firecracker. Your love's like a firecracker. You guys, how could you like that? How could you like that song? Oh, how terrible. How terrible. What's the name of the song, faggot? What's the name of the song? The Katy Perry.
Firework. I like the Vegas
It's a great pop song. You said, dude, all right, I'll say not the greatest song ever, but you said it's one of my favorite songs in the last 10 years.
No, I did not say that.
Yep.
I said it was a good pop song, and I appreciate a good pop song.
You appreciate a good fucking pop song. It's in the gutter. Firecrack. Yeah.
No, you're getting that confused with Thundercrack by Springsteen, which is even worse.
Believe me. No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay.
I'm doing it on purpose, dick face. The fact that you just noticed it is fucking a little creepy.
Well, that's one of the songs he played in Philadelphia.
Greatest song of all time.
It was not I never said that.
Maybe you said it's the greatest pop song of all time.
No, I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Wait, here, I got it in my nose somewhere, the song. There's it. NSYNC's first album. Oh, what color is brain matter?
It's,
My brain matters. Black brain matters. Thunder crack. Thunder work. So how's it go? But firework. Sing it. Sing a little bit of it. Sing a little bit of it. I'm working on a firework. Your love is like a firework. Yeah.
That's exactly how it goes.
Of course it does. I can sing every one of your fucking favorite songs. They all sound the same. Don't you be a jerk, 'cause your love is like a firework. Oh my God, around the block you lurk. And I say, what happened to that love that was a firework? Don't be a jerk. I tell you, you're good with the knife. They call Salazzo the Turk. Firework. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm writing it down these times right now.
You are. Your lagoon is a murk.
For James Corden.
Your lagoon is kind of a murk. Until your love lit it up like a firework. We were in the dark. That's right. In the dark. We didn't know where to go. I felt like Cameron, first name Kirk. Until you said firework. That's right. That's right. Firework. You said you're as cold as the former New Jersey Devil goalie Sean Burke. And I said, that's right, I'm cold, but we're going to warm it up. How? I said, and you said, firework. Firework, Katy Perry firework. Yeah. I talked to my girlfriend. I called her up. I said, another great pop song, ring it up. Yeah. Oh, I ripped her off the writer for publishing rights. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The filthy Jew who wrote this song. We won't give him credit. That's right. That's right, because it's firework. It's a firework. Get the water. You need to put out something. What do I need to put out? Is it a fire? Yeah. Are you at work? Yeah. Firework. Was your fire at work? Yeah. Firework. Yeah. Is Tim Sullivan listening? Sure he is. Of course he is. And he says to Dan Flato, could you turn up the volume? Dan says, sure, because I love this song too. I'm glad we finally have something in common, Timmy, you. Oh, yeah, firework. And let's talk to the next girl we see, because we probably have something in common with them too. Oh, here's Artie's sister, Stacey. Does Artie like it? No. No, he's heterosexual. We like firework. Firework, firework, firework. I kissed a firework and I liked it. I fired your work. Guess what? I got fired. Where? At work. Oh, firework. Yeah, I'm a regular Bob Dylan. Oh, did Bob Dylan write this song? Holy shit, it's great. What a melody. Dan says it's the best song of all time. And Tim agrees. So does Stacy. They all go out and they say, we're gonna firework it up. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he's an asshole who likes songs like Here Comes the Sun and Hey Jude and Born to Run. Oh, he likes shit like Bob O'Reilly. We like firework. Firework. Wait till Springsteen remakes this one. I know, on his next album, Springsteen's going to say, I secretly love this song and I can't hold it anymore. I was playing Backstreets live, and a fan backstage, Dan Filato, was not listening to Backstreet. He thought my version was too long. So he put on his headsets, and he put them on real loud, his Beats by Dre headsets. That's Steve Barton over here against the Cubs games. And he said, sorry, Bruce, Backstreets can take a back seat to this one. What is it? He was so, I said, what is it? He goes, firework. I said, is it like my song, Fire? No. No. Is it like Artie's movie, Dirty Work? No. It's a combination. It's firework. Let me listen, Bruce said. Bruce said, let me listen. I'll tell Max to have a big drum solo. And I'll come back here and I'll listen up. No, Nils, you keep it going, buddy. You and Max keep going. I got a friend of the band's back here. Dan Filato was telling me some bullshit thing about some guy named Dahl. I forget what happened. He told me I told him he got to take a badge off or something. Yeah. He says he's gonna let me listen to a song called "Firework" by Katy Perry. Yeah, I'd like to tap her, huh? But I can't because I didn't write something as cool as "Firework." I guess Thunder Road doesn't cut the mustard. Let me listen, Dan. Thanks. Boy, God, these headsets are real sweaty, Dan. Oh, I'm sorry. I sweat a lot. You've got a lot of hair on you, don't you? I do, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Great conversation. All right. Whoa! This song's great! Oh, where have you been hiding this song? Is this song this good? This song can't be this good. It's Firework! Firework. They did the Bruce thing. Firework. I tell you, the other day I was feeling lonely. My girl had left me. And I was walking up and down the boardwalk and the wind was whipping. And I said, hey, band, what song we gonna do? And they said, we're sick of playing your songs, Bruce. And I said, yeah, I hear you. But what are we gonna play? Well, we noticed goddamn Filato's here. Who comes with Tim sometimes. Yeah? And he had headsets on. And we thought he was listening to the show like every other fan. But no. Really? That's rude. It really is. Well, what was you listening to? Well, that's the only good part. We thought it was going to suck, but man, is it great. What was you listening to? You ever hear Katy Perry? Katy Perry's a singer. Oh, really? Yeah? What'd she sing? Faggot songs? Oh, good. This one, though, is like really, really gay. But so gay, it's not gay. Really? Yeah. Well, Dan looks heterosexual to me. Those hairy knees. Those are the hairiest knees and thighs I've ever seen. It's the last time I invite him on an August day. He's all ears. I'm all ears for firework. Wait a minute. All right. Give me those headsets, Dan. Do you mind? You're the boss. Ha 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 ha. Man, he's funny, too. This guy's funny and he's got great taste in music. What a great combination for a friend. Let me hear that. Oh, my God. This is the best song I've ever... Oh, what a song. You know what? Fuck Backstreet. Stop right now. Stop. We're doing Firework. What's that sign say? Dan brought a sign. Dan Filato brought a sign. Does that say... It says Firework.
Oh.
Does that say fire, Dan? No, Firework. All right. That's a tough one. Complicated keys. You got to be a really great musician to know this one. You got to really be a great musician to know Firework. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I said to my girl, I said, I love you, but it's getting late. And I tell you what, it's a town for losers. And I'm pulling out here to firework. That's the name of the sex song. Firework. I rewrote Thunder Road. Everywhere where they say Thunder Road, I put firework. Screen door slams. Mary's just ways. Like a vintage dance across the porch and the radio plays. Robertson singing for the lonely. That's me and I want you only. Don't turn me home again. I just can't face myself alone again. Don't run back inside, girl. You know just what I'm here for. So scared and you're thinking that maybe we ain't that young anymore. Show a little faith, there's magic in the night. You ain't a beauty, but hey, you're alright. Oh, that's alright with me. You can hide, eat the color, then study your pain. Make crosses from your lovers, throw roses in the rain. Waste the summer praying in vain for a savior to rise from these streets. Well, now I'm no hero, that's understood. All the redemption I cannot forget is beneath this dirty hood. With a chance to make it good somehow. Hey, what else can we do now? Roll down the window and let the wind blow back your hair. Well, the night's busted open, these two lanes will take us anywhere. We got one last chance to make it real. To trade in these wings on some wheels. Climbing back heaven's waiting down on the tracks. And so, come take my hand. We're riding out to case the promised land. Ooh, ooh, oh, firework, oh, firework, oh, firework. It's on out like a killer in the sun. And I know it's safe we can't make it if we run. Ooh, oh, firework, stand still. Hey, hold, firework. Well, I got this guitar and I learned how to make it talk. And my cars are back if you're ready to take that long walk from your front porch to my front seat. The door's open, but the ride, it ain't free. I know your lonely voice is spoken. Tonight we'll be free. All the promises will be broken. There we go. To the eyes of all the boys you sent away. They haunt this dusty picture road and the skeleton frames of burned out Chevrolet. They're screaming, naming down the street. Your graduation gown lies in rags at their feet. And in the lonely cool before dawn, you hear their engines roaring on. But when you get to the porch, they're gone all the way. So daddy climb in. It's a town for losers. I'm pulling out of here to firework. Oh, firework! Firework, firework! Oh, firework, firework! That's the greatest song of all time. Dan Flower Center. We're going to take a diabetic piss. That was a TV. I'm putting CNN on just for optics.
I thought a large black man just ran out.
What the hell? Again, the racism. Dan is absolutely the most unique liberal ever. Well, because he's secretly racist. He's not a liberal. He just blurt out the most racist stuff. Oh, that's what are we on?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I want to do. Dan, do your black voice. Because, again, Dan thinks he does a great black voice.
I do not.
He also thinks he's good looking. Like, I admit I'm not good looking. Dan thinks he's manly.
I'm a 6+. Oh, I fucking put together the vacuum cleaner last night.
But that's what chicks do, Dan. You do stuff that chicks do. Oh, you do stuff, listen, whatever. I'm just saying, the dryer balls. That's all I'm saying. 2 words. Go ahead, do your black voice. You don't think it's good, right?
No, I don't.
You did. No, you did.
No,
think it
I do not.
Until I pointed out that it wasn't good.
I do not.
Again, Dan is very jealous of my talents, and I happen to do a fantastic, stereotypical racist black voice. But when I do it, it sounds comical, and the black community knows I'm not goofing on them. It's sort of like when a black guy goes, "Sal," like they do the stereotypical Italian, like, what's I'm a goomba type of thing, and I don't get mad because it's give and take in the communities. And what people don't realize is the differences in cultures are what brings us together. Who are you closer with? If you're allowed to say, if you feel you can make fun of a guy's shirt, okay, and another guy you feel like you can't make fun of his shirt, who are you closer friends with? The guy you can goof on, right? And that's exactly what the world doesn't get right now. When you joke about a certain group of people, it means you're closer to them. Gay people, they want equal equality. I'm all for that. Because what people who aren't as enlightened as I am from my neighborhood don't realize is that you're born gay. So if you deny somebody who's gay anything in life, marriage, anything that anybody else who was born gets, you're doing a disservice. That's a terrible thing. It's not a choice. You cannot tell me that Richard Simmons and James Caan were born the same way. It's not a choice, guys. It's just not. I mean, come on. Bob. You can't tell me Nick DiPaolo and Mario Cantone are from, or made a choice in the 8th grade.
They both dress well.
Absolutely. So I'm just saying, exactly. It's not a choice, guys. Like, there's people out there like these idiots. Some of these politicians. Oh, that was the worst about Ted Cruz. He's still, Ted Cruz goes, well, they have to get cured. They think a priest can cure. Like in The Sopranos, the guy's wife, Joey's wife, come back, Father Yarusi says he can save you. He could change you.
Yeah.
You're not. And unfortunately, people are born that way, and they deny because of the world we live in, they have to live a secret. Like Dan, I feel if his when your father, do you feel you could come out when your father passes away? I think it's because of his father, and I feel bad for Dan. I feel bad. He's at the architecture class doing God knows what. I'm kidding. But again,
if I can quote
Rick Steves, but Dan doesn't think Rick Steves is gay. Again, Rick Steves is married. There's no way that guy doesn't secretly crave cock.
Okay, but in the last, I have admitted this to you that in the last year and a half,
you're gay.
I have noticed Rick Steves different. I've just noticed things I'd never noticed before.
What, like the way he fucking talks? Dan, again, it's very odd you didn't think that guy was gay. It sounds gay. I mean, I know he's married. Okay. I got 2 words for you.
He's my Rock Hudson.
No, I got 2 words for you. Well, the argument about him being married. I got 2 words for you. Hi, I'm Liberace. This is my wife, Tara. Okay? Come on, Marv. So, in other words, that's the situation. It's equality. But if you're going to be equal, you could get goofed on too. Guess what? Get a sense of humor. You goof on everybody. I ties, my ties, Dagos, Fragos, Irish, black, gay, Puerto Ricanos.
If I can quote the great Miss Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
People who need people.
Well, there you go.
Are the luckiest people.
The fact you even said that. Hello, Frisco. Yeah, Barbara Streisand. There's Karma. She had a son. Guess what? That guy's not looking at the Yankee relief pitching stats right now. I feel bad, actually. Didn't Barbara Streisand's son get HIV? I think he did. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to get sued here. I think he was the kid who was in... it's really sad, actually. The kid in the Fresh Prince of Tides who plays her son in the Fresh Prince of Tides. Oh, no, Prince of Tides. Did I just say Fresh Prince of Tides? Why did I say that? Boy, that's funnier than the Prince of Tides. That's funnier than the Prince of Tides. Why was that in my subconscious? That's a joke. That's a Dennis Miller joke. I think Dennis Miller said, yeah, the Fresh Prince of Tides. Hey, Dad, why are you dissing me? I said that out loud. If you didn't point that out, then I would have kept saying the Fresh Prince of Tides. Yeah. So, and again, hard being a superstar's a kid like that, and he was good in that movie too. I guess he wanted to have an acting career, but I heard he sort of rebelled against the mother and James Brolin. I don't think he was a big Jimmy Brolin fan. I don't know how you can't be with some of those acting turns in those Amco commercials. Amco. Barbara Streisand married the spokesperson for Amco. And Josh Brolin's sort of a guy's guy. And I think he rebelled a little bit, and he might have not the full blown AIDS virus. I think, but it's during what Magic Johnson got. I think that's what I heard, and it just was I remember reading up about it. They had a look at these fucking magazines. They love catching these poor people, at terrible times, and they had her like hugging her son, and the look on her face was so sad. And it's like, why does a magazine do that? If it's true, it's very sad. He kind of disappeared too. You have all the money in the world. There's no need to go out and get it. And, I guess you feel you have to be something you're not. That is the struggle of a famous person. Their son or daughter. The child of a famous person, their struggle is, what do I do? How do I reinvent this name that I have? And again, the way you like a person, I always hated rich kids, especially famous rich kids, but you have to identify with their struggle. You say, okay, this person's got it tough too, the way I have it, but in a different way. And I'll tell you what, I would want the problems that a famous kid has. Dan, would you want that? I mean, Bruce Springsteen's oldest son seems to be, by every record, a nice kid. All his kids seem to have it together. The daughter's an equestrian champion. Amazing. Imagine that. Bruce, 2 generations. Her grandfather was a bus driver, and Springsteen grew up in Freehold and happens to be a genius musician, songwriter, and now she's in the equestrian world in the Hamptons with Bloomberg's daughter. And she's beautiful. And the son is, the youngest son supposedly works as a fireman. He got a job as a fireman. That's really rebelling. That's rebelling. But, look, if Springsteen's going to sing those blue-collar tunes.
Her son was diagnosed with HIV in 2000, so you're right. Okay. Jason Gould.
Yeah, Jason. Elliot Gould's right. Elliot Gould's son. The one she had with Elliot Gould. I forgot they were married. It's sad. It sucks. And it doesn't matter. You see, hopefully he's doing fine. Look, when you have those kind of resources, Magic Johnson turned out okay, but, everybody, rich or not, you have issues. Look at, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks had a son that's me. I'm not as big an asshole as that guy. Come on. At least I'm not a rapper. What would you rather have, heroin addict or rapper? Son. If you're a white guy, have a white son, you're lucky enough to have a white son. And he's a heroin addict and a rapper. What would you rather him stop? Heroin or rapping?
We have the talent of Eminem.
No, he has the talent of Tom Hanks' son. Chet Hanks, whatever his name is. Did you ever see him rap on it? It's unbelievably funny. It's the funniest thing of all time. And he's gangster. He was on the internet like, yes. yo, like Howard said something. Remember Howard goofed on him a little bit? Yes. And he got on the internet and goes, yo, Howard Stern, I'm coming for you, man.
That's right. I'm
coming for your ass. And he said, you couldn't hang with my father. I don't remember seeing you when I was growing up. You couldn't hang in those with those finances. Like he goofed on Howard for not being as rich as his father. I'm sure Tom Hanks is like on the set of Sully. Did you hear about your son? I mean, what happened now?
Oh.
And that's the kid with Rita Wilson. They're 0 for 1. But his other kid with the first wife, not as attractive. The other kid, Colin Hanks. He's a good guy. Well, I don't know if he's a good guy, but he seems to have it together. But I think I'm the reason Howard didn't have a 4th kid, because I think he looked at me and goes, because Howard's daughters, I got to say, you know what? And I know this from being around Howard personally. I met all 3 of his daughters briefly. The oldest one, I had she hung out with us in Las Vegas for a whole weekend. And I think she turned 21. And what a doll. What a great person. Just a classy, like, no condescending arrogance that a rich kid could have. And I briefly met the others. The one girl, the youngest girl was a little girl when I met her. But very well behaved. And the middle one was really sweet, too. I met her at a screening. I met her at the screening for Dickie Robert, the Spade movie. I remember we all, I bothered with her because we all hated it. No, I'm kidding. We all liked it, actually. And you got to hand it to Howard and his wife, his ex-wife. They seem to be good parents. By every indication, through all that hell, they were good parents. That's hard to have those kids turn out well. And, so he was 3 for 3 with children. Not easy to do, man. Not easy to do. It might be his greatest achievement, how cool those kids seem to be. So he's looking at his kids going, okay, I'm 3 for 3. What if I have Artie? What if my 4th kid is Artie? Whoa! Because I would rebel. They're better kids than I am. Like, he could have had a Paris Hilton. He didn't even come close to having that. And you have no control. What if your daughter is Paris Hilton? What if your daughter is sucking Rick Shankman's cock? What was that guy's name? Rick something? Not Rick Dorfman. Rick, that would be terrible, too. That would be god-awful. Isn't that guy's name Rick, the guy who was fucking like the player, the Hollywood player, kind of a winger? Actually, when I met him, he was like, I had an interesting. He was nice to me when I met him. We were talking. What the fuck is his name? The kid who the guy Paris Hilton blew in the hotel. By the way, that hotel's the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills. I know because I've stayed there. Thank you. The camera was on the stuff that looks exactly like the Four Seasons. Yeah, can you imagine that's your daughter? She was, what, 19? 19! She's sucking his cock and he's looking at Rick Solomon.
Right.
Rick Solomon. She's sucking his cock and she's looking up. Like the bit I do, like looking up at awkward moments when I'm blowing a guy in prison, the new stand-up bit that's sweeping the nation. Well, that does kill. I enjoy it.
It does.
So looking up. She's looking up. Sucking a dick. Looking up. I mean, it's a white dick, so thank God for that. What if the dick's purple?
Well, you could be...
Do you know when I showered and it could be what? That's the thing. That's a dream to me. My dream to me is, talk about organ donors. If Will Chamberlain were an organ donor, keep your liver. I want his dick. I would want to attach Will Chamberlain's cock to my white body. That's the organ I want. Okay? He's an organ donor. Get me his... I would love to be a fat loser white guy with an enormous experienced black cock. I mean, Will Chamberlain's cock by the end can probably do everything. He can take the chick out to buy her wine. He probably didn't need the rest of the body at all. He's so experienced, the cock.
It probably drives the car home.
It drives the car, picks her up, makes the date, texts her, pays the check.
Well, the keys are kind of small, though.
Pays the check. Exactly. They look smaller. He pays the check and like seduces her, and before you know, he's just banging her. I would love to be. I mean, how great would that be?
And then points her in the direction home when she has to leave.
Well, again, I would take her within the vicinity of her house. Why not?
Rick Solomon is an American poker player. That's his bio.
Okay, thanks, guys. You're Mr. Hilton going, what does your boyfriend do? Besides shove his cock in your face? Besides shove his cock in your mouth on camera, what does your new boyfriend do? He's a poker player, Dad. Stop being cruel. He's very successful. Yeah. Okay, so we know he shoves his cock in your mouth. We know he does that for a living because we know he sold it. Yeah, Dad, we went into business together. He's an entrepreneur. We're selling that tape together. We've already made $210 million. Have you seen it? No, Rick says the money's in escrow. He needs it to play poker. There's a lot of overhead. Looks like you're giving him overhead. Underhead. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what these rich kids got away with. Solomon. And he had a look on his face on Howard, man. Like he was the fucking... He ate the canary, man. He ate the canary. Thank you. Guess that body function. What did I just do? I could have shit pissed. Refugees are coming in. Are these refugees? No, it's a blonde. I'm watching CNN too. Oh, there's my girl, Michelle Kaczynski. Oh, I fucking love her. I hear she's married. Fuck that guy, dude. Let's become a power media couple. Let's become a power media couple, Kaczynski. Wojciechowicz, Jablonski, Wichowicz. What happened? UN suspends aid to Syria after convoys bombed. Oh, Christ. Everything's bombed. How are these people making these bombs? We'll talk about that later. Tease. No, yeah. Yeah, I think Howard looked at me and said, no more kids. Because you don't want to have a ne'er-do-well. You just don't want to have a ne'er-do-well.
Did he ever have them on the show? Did they ever speak?
No, not when I was there. Not when I was there. Again, another good move. Very protective. The little girl came once when she was about 11 years old. I think it was like bring your daughter to work there or something. And yeah, daughter commercially had her behind the console, the console there showing her the board. And, very polite. and she was really interested in seeing what was going on. It was really cool to see Howard in that mode, like doting on her, And again, it's the rich kid thing, and especially nowadays. You don't know what they're doing. You watch them a certain amount of time, and they've got resources. And with little girls with daughters, man, I would be terrible if they looked up at me with adorable eyes and just it's my daughter. I'd give her anything. What do you want? Anything within reason. I'd probably steal shit. And then what is that? That's us being spoiled. You gotta pull back on that too to be a good parent. But I they get anything they want out of me. Anything. Look, I give people I don't like money.
That's for sure.
You know what I mean? Imagine my little girl. So Rick is a poker player. That's great. I hear he acts as well. That's great. Yeah, he needs money for acting lessons. How much? $210 million. And he wants some money from you, Dad. Do you mind? I promised him. How much? I told him we'd give him $500,000. He needs it for his new business. I thought he plays poker. Well, no, he needs another business while he's, playing poker. What's the business? He wants to open a club. He's really good at promoting. Imagine that. Oh, God. Suckers. You know what, though? Mr. Hilton, Paris and Nikki may have been a pain to the asses, but it's clear his son is a good guy. What a dick. What a dick. The story on him was he got mad because there was no first-class tickets, and I guess his G6 was in the shop. The jet he got was in the shop. I think he was complaining that he had, I think the quote was, oh my God, second class, not first class. What? I mean, what? There's no.
He didn't want to stay with the common people.
That's what he said. He goes, I don't want to stay with people. Wait a minute, there are people here. Well, I know, sir. You just have to. No, you don't get it. There's people here. All right. Well, we'll make a space where your drink would have been, and we'll put something in between you, like a shrub, a big plant that's not edible. Anyway, Evan Springsteen, Bruce's oldest son, is in the music business. God bless that kid. You know what? He's a stronger guy than I am. To get in the music business with that last name, that is royalty. That is music royalty. And it just is. Hi, I'm Evan Springsteen. Went to BU, I think, came down and I said I want to get in the music business and started working at Sirius. Sirius is a cool place to work, man. I'll give you that. Especially if you're younger. It's lots going on. A lot. Walking down those hallways, especially if you're on a show, you get your ass kissed a little.
See a lot of famous people coming through those doors.
Well, yes, Scott Greenstein, who runs it, was a movie guy. He helped produce Pulp Fiction, which is another way of saying I'm a bullshitter. No, he was involved with everything. He's legit. Scott Greenstein is legit, and was always very nice to me. Was upset that he gave Howard $100 million a year, built him a $100 million studio that you need a special key to get into, and as the president of the company who gave him that contract, Howard would not let him use the bathroom. That was my favorite. He was all mad. He would call me and Gary. He's like, Gary, no, I'm using that fucking bathroom. I'm using it. $100 million. Bye, man. That first contract that Don got for Howard, Don Buchwald, that should be in the Smithsonian framed. Best contract ever. Ever. I told you. I'm almost positive this is true. At least that's what it said in the paper. We were at what they call a Thursday pitch meeting. Now, what a pitch meeting is, not sound condescending. We pitch ideas. And I was always invited because, quite frankly, I'm known as a creative genius. No, we would go there. The pitch meeting, I was involved with pitch meetings at Mad TV where you pitch sketches, and, they were kind of crazy, but not the Howard pitch meetings are different than sketch pitch meetings at Mad TV. Howard's pitch meetings are like, Benji saying, okay, what if Artie comes out to George Takei and we film it? And I did. I can't believe I did that still. I can't believe that. I went for it. and Dan, I'm telling you right now, and that guy is my witness. Right now, I could have fucked George Takei. All I had to do was lean in. He was leaning towards me. He goes, I'm going to help you. I thought from the beginning he'd say, oh, come on, you're bullshitting. Let's get out of here. He went for it. I go, George, years ago I was a young comic and I blew the guy and I liked it. And and this is so brave. You want to do this on the air? I said, yeah, I figure, I owe that to Howard. So he went, oh my, I thought he was going to go, this is ridiculous. He leaned in and grabbed me and I could have kissed him. If I just went, put out the tongue. I could have, I don't know how far he would have went. He was married.
Do you know how much...
I was with a married man. What?
Do you know how much fun the three of us would have on an architecture tour on Sundays? Me, you, and George Takei.
Well, me and George Takei went as a bit. We went to at the Guggenheim. They said, Howard said, you two should hang out, because right from the beginning, George is on the first show we ever did Sirius. And the big question was, at the creative meetings that Howard had, it was great. Howard was very excited. He was invigorated when we went to Sirius. It was, we had creative meetings. We were doing bits, rewriting old bits and making them more accessible. And it was great to see Howard in that mode of like, all right, we're going to do something special again, maybe. And so when George, he said, we're going to have George Takei be the announcer, and everyone said, Howard said, maybe we should try not cursing. Everyone thinks we're going to curse. I said, I'm cursing. Howard goes, all right, you do whatever you want. I'm going to try not to. He goes, but ease into it. I'm like, all right. First thing I say, I think this is why I got in trouble at the Joe Buck thing as well. Robin says to George Takei is our announcer. My God, George, how old are you? He goes, 70. And she goes, my God, you look so young. Oh, thank you. And the first thing I said was, yeah, I guess all that jizz on your face keeps you young.
Oh, God.
And people laugh. George could have gotten offended, and I might have gotten fired on the spot. And you talk about stuff that changes your life. Instead, this is what George did. Oh, you scoundrel. So Howard said, you guys should go out and have a friendship. One day, we went to the Guggenheim, because an Iranian woman architect, famous Iranian architect, a woman, some broad.
I think she just died.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I was so offensive. Yes, I'm an architect. I designed all of the hot dog stands in 7-Eleven. No, Artie, that's not it. No. Yes. And no, that's not. That's very typical. That's very offensive voice you're doing. Oh, yes. I am the Iranian woman. I take you hostage. And then after I take you hostage, I feel so guilty, I design you a house. No, Artie, that's not what happened. No, she has a very, very, very sad background, and she's resilient. Resilient in life. It's not only a story of architecture, Artie, it's actually a story of resiliency. Yes. What is that jizz on your face? No, Artie. So we went to the Guggenheim and looked at this broad. First of all, again, affirmative action with a chick. It was not that impressive. I said, George, come on. It's a chick, Iranian chick, overrated. The Guggenheim, overrated. Upper East Side. Give me a fucking break. But, I stopped. And that's the kind of relationship we had. A year later, I came out to him. And I could have fucked him. There were cameras in there, Dad. Should I have made out with him? Do you think, again, I can't kiss a guy because of my Italian uncles. I am grossed out by it. But should I have stayed? Should I have stayed in that office and tried to fuck him? How great of a bit would that have been? It's great anyway. But I felt so bad. What a nice guy. I said to myself, this is a gay man who really had to go through this in life. He really had to do this. He did something that Dan hasn't had the guts to do yet. It takes a lot of guts. That's why I feel for Dan. And I'm not pushing him. I decided I'm not pushing him. I had a conversation with Vinny Monroy and Steve Torelli. He goes, don't push him. Let him push. Shut up a hill. So I said to him, he says, I'm going to help you. I'll be by your side. He was supportive. What a nice guy. And I'm goofing on this horribly hard thing for a gay guy to do in real life. I'm goofing on it. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. I'll be standing right next to you.
To quote the Jackson 5.
Yes. I'm more than an announcer tomorrow, Eddie. I'm more than your friend. I'm your support system. And George would say stuff that's gay without... He would sound gay and he didn't realize he was sounding gay. Like Howard would say, George is already eating something disgusting back there because I hear Artie chewing. And he goes, Howard, he's got pancakes. And he has eggs and a large chocolate milk. And does the pancakes have syrup? Yes, it does. And is it a lot of syrup? George, you'd hear me chewing like an animal. Like just the opposite of George, an unsophisticated animal. He'd go, oh, it's dripping. Oh, it's dripping. And the next day, he was there for me. When I came out, he was there for me. And he goes, Artie, are you ready? Before the air. Well, the kicker is I called Howard up. I said, Howard, listen, I know you have compassion. I know people think the show's homophobic. And I know, you're the direct opposite of a homophobe. You have relatives that are gay, I know, and you dote over them, you love them. And I know this isn't you. I know it's all a joke. We're joking. And I'm all for it, too. People should be able to have sense of humor. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Let me tell George. Let me tell him before we go on the air. And Howard took a very brief pause and said, if you tell George before we go on the air, you're fired. Jokingly, but I know it's all. The next day, before the air, George goes up to me and goes, are we ready? Do you need anything from me? He goes, and he said to me, Artie, I had no addiction to, be honest with me, are you high? I said, yeah, but not because of this. Every day I'm on. Oh, good. Artie, be honest with me, are you drunk? Yeah, but every day I'm drunk. Oh, good. Artie, be honest with me. Do you have pancakes? Yeah, so I go, just listen to me. Hold my hand when you're saying it. I'm going to put it underneath the table.
Oh.
I'm going to put out my hand.
Oh.
I want you to hold it. Hold my hand while you say this. And my energy will go into you. So I'm chewing pancakes. And George goes, Artie, Howard, Artie has something to tell you. And I go like this. George, that was a joke. I'm not gay. What? He goes, I said, I'm not a fag. Sorry. It was a joke. He goes, what? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And he goes, oh, you scoundrel. Great guy. I miss him. He's still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's at a commercial.
I know. How'd he get commercials? How'd he get fun commercials? He was part of the Japanese people who tried to kill us. He was in an internment camp,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was. One of the Japanese people who, were in an internment camp. And I guess maybe that's where he found out he was gay. You can enter me in the internment. Yes, you're upscallion.
In a couple months, he'll be known as the Trump Hotels.
Oh, I love the Trump Hotels. The Trump Hotels, they know how to build a hotel, I'll tell you. Well, back to current events. If anyone who has my book knows, I lost my virginity in Elizabeth, New Jersey, at a diner, in the parking lot of a diner called the Camelot Diner. It's called the Tropicana now.
Camelot.
It was.
What a name.
I know, you're right. In the 80s, I'm sorry, it's the Tropicana Diner now, unless they change it. It's on Morris Ave, in Elizabeth, right on the border of Elizabeth and Union. I grew up on the Elizabeth side of Union, the 5 Point section of Union. A lot of kids are going to drop you around there. Craziness. And they would bust the black kids into the white neighborhood to go to school. But Union developed a program in the 6th grade where all the black kids came. They stopped all of that. They didn't have to bust them for 1 year and not go through that hell for 1 year. They couldn't pass more years. Who doesn't okay this? The poor kids got to take a bus 3 hours.
Well, it wasn't that expensive, but it wasn't that long. But you read these, like in Hoop Dreams, that poor kid had to go 4 hours on a bus, right?
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But so what they said was one year the white kids are going to go into the black neighborhood. That we're gonna do it that way, and that and the community service I had to do earlier on. I was free to go on my own recognizances. And as long as I'd have to see a probation officer, a PO, I was free to go on my own recognizances. I was free to go on my own recognizances. They caught us. This is the part of the story I never told. They caught her blowing me. The cops.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's right, Dan. And as you know, she's a drug mule. I don't want to tell this part of the story, but then I said, what am I loyal to her for? She just left me. Probably lied to me. Do you think she lied to me when she said I had a good bone structure? Anyway, my father had, had a van, and in the back of the van, I cleaned it out after he fell, and I was 17 years old, and I hadn't gotten laid yet. And my high school girlfriend, I found out later, I could have fucked her. She was like waiting for me to make a move. I was terrible with women, terrible. I hadn't done the deed yet. How old were you, Dan? All right, whatever. I won't pressure you. I can't talk to you like a regular guy.
It's either 16 or 17. It was around there. I don't remember.
Dan, everybody remembers. I'm asking you. You think you're sounding like it's an irrational question. Sorry.
Wait, if it was like somebody unexpected, but I knew her for a long time.
What? So. Well, you know what? I'll give you a pass because it's probably two. You got the heterosexual and the homosexual. When did you crack that seal? Yeah. Well, listen. When did I meet? I met Tara, then I met Tony. I was at Tina and Tony's wedding. And I tried both. I tried both the lasagna and the veal.
Well, I could have lost my virginity at 15. There was kind of a slutty girl that lived down the street, and she had sex with a lot of my relatives.
Oh, please go. Okay, please keep talking. Yeah.
And I.
What relatives?
Boy, I don't want
your
to.
Dad?
No, it was all the Filato boys.
Did your mother put a strap on her? The Filato boys? Was it the guy who liked Cock Robin?
Yes. One of them was
Steve and Vinny?
One of them was the Cock Robin. Actually, two of them were the
No, wait a minute. Then we have to, again, you have to weed through Dan's rhetoric. First of all, he has no idea how old he was when he lost his virginity. Okay, some people don't, but a lot of people do. I'm not being irrational for saying that.
We went to. We went to go see Jackson Brown, and then
who did?
The girl and I.
The what girl? Which girl?
Sharon.
Was it the 70s?
Yes. It was the late 70s.
Okay. So how old?
It might have been right about. It might have been either the end of 79 or early 80.
Okay, so you're.
It was after Disco Demolition. I know that for sure.
Again, I can't see you having sex. What do you do?
I don't want you to see me having sex.
No, I'm saying, what's the move? Like, how hairy are you back then at 15?
Pretty much the exact same.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're as hairy at 15 as you are now?
Yes.
Oh, Dan, that's the most disconcerting.
There's some women that like that.
Yeah, they're called fucking dead women. Are you kidding me?
No.
But Dan, okay, someone like that. You're not the way James Caan has hairy back. Okay, you're not James Caan and Thief walking on the beach with Tuesday Weld. You're Dan Filato with the thick yellow thighs. Oh, your hair is disgusting. Yeah, really, look at your arm hair. It's so gross. And you have the balls. Sometimes you have the forest that must be on your nuts. I mean, do you shave down there? You know what? Don't do it. Don't start doing it here. God forbid I see some hair. God forbid. I don't care if it's on the terrace. I'll have you thrown out of here.
I do when I go back to Chicago.
I'd like you to wear long sleeves. Like you got short sleeves on. Why do you have short sleeves on right now? I gotta eat. I mean, hygiene, Dan. Hygiene. I mean, look at me. Do I do anything gross? No. I remember one time me and Adrian were left to beat Sandy. Hurricane Sandy came in. We stayed here for 3 days without electricity. I said, you know what? I got a gig in Minneapolis in 2 days. We're going to go to Civilization and do the gig. There'll be electricity there. By the way, Minnesota with electricity, just a tad better than New York without it. We go to Philadelphia. Since you grew up outside of Philly, they have, it's like a regular world there, that electricity. So we left and we're in a small hotel room. There's the only one left in Philly. And we had to share the bathroom. And that's a key with a chick. But as soon as I had enough money, I said, here's the key to keeping a relationship. Separate bathrooms. Whenever we got a hotel, and this is true of every girlfriend I had, whenever we got a hotel, it was always, separate bathrooms. I paid extra. I sprung for it, except in Paris. Paris, we had the same bathroom, but I was in jail most of that. I had my own bathroom in jail. I said, you know what, Adrian, you're going to use the bathroom in our room, and I'll use the bathroom in jail. And Barry Sobel will use Dan's bathroom.
Oh, God.
I tipped that fucking doorman $5,000. You know I did that, right? I gave him $5,000.
Yes, yeah, as we were walking out, I was with you.
Yeah, exactly. Because how good do I want him to be? I threw Adrian's clothes out the window twice. All of them, out the window, twice, not once, twice, back to back, like Joe Carter, twice. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I could have been arrested. Instead,
Already 2 times.
Instead. Yeah, I'm already 2 times. They called Artie 2 times because he threw his people's clothes out the window in Paris. I threw him out the window onto a busy boulevard. A busy, like, you know how Mick Jagger sings, "The boulevards of Paris." I threw clothes out. An enormous... Do you think this broad traveled lightly? No! She could have had a midget in the fucking suitcase. It needed to take its own plane. Every broad I've ever dated, they all like, what's in there? Are we moving to Cleveland? I'm doing stand-up overnight. Are we moving to Detroit? Well, with me, you might be in the hospital for 9 days. But, it was just utter chaos. Utter chaos. And what did the doorman do in Paris? And a very big celebrity gave us a nice... recommendation. He was so right. He was so right. He goes, there's celebrity. There's celebrity
your
friendly.
Guy already likes to live life and party like me.
Can we say who that was?
Yeah, sure.
Bill Murray.
You said it in the book.
Bill Murray. I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Murray says, you're going to Paris. Yeah, tell Artie. It's a hotel where they're celebrity friendly. In other words, yeah. But I said, are they Bill Murray celebrity friendly or Artie Lang celebrity friendly? But they were not. Whatever. This guy, instead of having me arrested, shows up at my door half an hour after I throw all the clothes out, and I'm drunk in my underwear singing Boz Scaggs songs. And he folded all the clothes neatly, folded the clothes like I sent them to get laundered off the fucking boulevard back in. That got me mad, and I threw them out again. And they brought them back laundered. This time, though, I also threw a full champagne bottle as hard as I could. I don't remember this. Dan told me. And I missed Dan's head by how much? Like an inch, right?
I felt the wind, and it went right out the window.
Well,
and they had because it was a boulevard, they had one of those green spaces in the middle.
Right.
And I just turned around. I'm like, please don't hit a car. Please don't hit a car. And then it landed right on the green part. I'm like, oh, thank God.
I got to tell you, talk about somebody who likes me. I'd still be in jail.
And I remember...
I'd still be in a Parisian jail cell. And overnight in that Parisian jail, man, I was... again, it was an experience. They were fun. I look back and those guards made me laugh. That condescending French accent. Bijou, in New York, they punch you in the face, today. And you wake up tomorrow, you're sleeping off in the jail cell. You wake up, if you just have booze in your body, we don't take your blood, we take urine. If you just have booze, we let you go. Bye-bye. No paperwork. You have drugs, that's another story.
The funniest part is I had to ask you, okay, the night of the Springsteen concert, like those new jets that they have now they eject something that a heat-seeking missile will take for the jet.
Wait, what? A heat-seeking missile? What are you talking about?
Okay. Like the new jets. If a missile's coming to
You know what I'm going to call when you tell a story? Tangent. A tangent. This is a tangent. This is a tangent.
If
he goes off on a tangent. I love that. This is a tangent. Go ahead. We're on a tangent. Go ahead.
If in one of those new jets,
No, I don't know. I'm not a fucking
A
scientist.
heat-seeking missile is coming to it. It sets off something away from the jet so that it thinks it follows the shrapnel or whatever they call the stuff, and the missile will explode away from the jet.
Well, something that's heat-seeking is not going to catch us because this podcast is not hot.
The night of the Springsteen concert, you told me, listen, you go one way, and hopefully Barry Sobel follows you. I'm going to go, and you meet me because we're going to go meet Springsteen.
Right.
Barry Sobel followed me, and I go, listen, Artie's going to go with Nils and whatever, and it's a very tight car, Barry, follow me. But then I couldn't lose him. But then I finally lost him, and then he shows back up to the hotel where Bruce was.
Yeah, I guess guys like that get that information. They're like barnacles. They just latch on to you. And people thought he was with us.
So the next day, you tell me everything that happened with Bruce, which was great. And what did he say? Stay out of trouble or something like. What did he say?
Yeah, he said much good fortune. Stay good. So 15 hours later, I was in a Parisian jail. No, then it got good. No, then you see that's what happens. This was in the old days with any girl I've ever dated. If I'm clean and everything's fine. Going away was always fun. We always had a bunch of laughs and very romantic. And the last two serious ones I had, Dana and Adrian, both, we had very romantic, nice times. But then if I get into that chaos part of life and I fall off the wagon as I did with alcohol in France, it goes downhill quickly. And what happens is if you go away for like 4 days, half of it's great, half of it's hell. So we got into a big fight on the plane. She didn't come to the Bruce concert because she was tired anyway, and she needed to sleep. So I said, "You sleep. It's better off. We'll go out." She's seen Bruce enough times. She's not a fanatic like we are. We went 4-hour show, bar hopped, walked the streets of Paris till like 6 in the morning, eating. I just love that city. We had so much fun. I walked back in the room at 7 a.m. and I snuggled up to her, and we made up. It was another day though. We had to go. We the next day we walked around. We went to Notre Dame, and we, again, I was putting in girlfriend time. I was putting in.
We had a nice lunch.
We had a nice lunch. I was putting in makeup girlfriend time.
Right.
And that's when she went home early to start getting ready, and we were going around. We went to the Diana's where Diana got killed, and I gave the fucking press the fucking paparazzi the finger on Twitter, and I think that was hard hitting. I think the royal family appreciated that.
People respect that.
We did right, exactly. We did a little sightseeing and had some fun. And Adrian picked a beautiful restaurant. Now the romantic part starts. And she picked a gorgeous restaurant. And we went at 11 o'clock at night. It was just us, a back table. She got them to. The guy asked me to sign an autograph, so at some point she's let them know, I guess in a subtle way, that I was some sort of celebrity back home, and they had to be told. Not that impressive, but still they understood. And remember that dinner? It was
yes.
Oh, what a great! The food was unreal. That food was what you hear about Paris food. It was unbelievable, and so romantic in the back streets there. Then we did a little bar hopping, then we ended up going home. And again, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I knew I had one last shot to fix this, and make it official. And it was a beautiful night. I opened up the window of this really gorgeous hotel room we had, a really quaint hotel, and we made love. I had sex in Paris, and I said I want to do this, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We put the two beds together. It was great. So wonderful. And then the next day, we got up late, and then we went bar hopping again, and we were going to do the same thing again that night, have a late dinner. And I went back, and for some reason, the self-destructive Artie came out, and I started drinking and went nuts. What is with my life? What is with my chaotic, ridiculous fucking life? What is going on? So half was romantic. We had a little romance. That's what you get out of Artie. That, of course, dropping 40 grand on a vacation.
Oh.
And then the argument starts again, and I leave her in Paris. She stays. I've left girlfriends all over the world. A lot of times they don't come with me. They come there, I leave without them. That's happened between Dana, Adrian, this other girl I dated for a little while. We'll call her Larry. This other, of course, the wonderful girl in L.A. who comes to me on those West Coast gigs. We'll call her Tara. It just was an exciting time. You go everywhere. You go to every city, but you know the bloom is coming off the rose when they don't want to go to Detroit. They don't in the winter. Like, I'm going to skip this one. All right. Then I like rushing home. I don't want to be there either. And I don't know. Women, Dan, right? Women.
Yep.
Can you figure them out?
So Elizabeth's going to be known for you're losing your virginity, and now...
Well, I tweeted out a tweet. Do you know how many retweets that's gotten? Let me just see. Elizabeth, New Jersey, which is where this ne'er-do-well scumfuck who left the bombs in Chelsea...
Soup maker,
whatever his dickhead... He lived in Elizabeth. And right by the train station and right by this diner where I lost my virginity. Let me see. I can't find this thing. I want to see how many retweets. I tweeted out this terrorist, the restaurant this terrorist grew up above is right across the street from where I lost my virginity. And I said, it's got a long tradition of annoying explosions. No, tragic explosions. Tragic explosions. Let me just see how many retweets it's got so far because I know you're interested, and I'll get you the exact optics on it. And Twitter's blowing up. Some black guy said,
you're trending.
Am I trending?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm mending. People send me doing shit all the time. It's great.
He left his fucking fingerprint on the pot.
Who did?
That's how they caught him. He left his fucking.
I thought they caught him through.
He left his fingerprint on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they caught him because. Oh, wow.
He left his
I
fingerprint.
thought they caught him all because of fucking cell phones. Well, that too, right?
Yeah, and a fingerprint. He left his fingerprint on the pressure cooker.
Okay, here's the exact wording. I lost my virginity across the street from where this terrorist lived in Elizabeth, New Jersey. That area has a long tradition of tragic explosions. 440 likes. For someone of my stature, that's incredible. That's real incredible people. Opie and Anthony become very good friends, which is odd. Can you imagine that? And I know Anthony's going to come. Is Anthony going to come and do the podcast soon?
Yes.
We should try for Opie too. I bet Opie would do it. Would come in. I don't know why I wouldn't. I can't think of one good reason why I wouldn't. But so I'm linked forever to Elizabeth and the terrorism. And if the guy went one day alone without the beard, he looked like me. It'd be all points bullet up with me. Yeah, I tell a little boy or girl that I'm playing with, yeah, that's me, sweetie. Now get your pants off.
Oh, God.
Mr. Sandusky. Now, in the something else about my crazy, crazy life. Hillary Clinton, somebody called in that she died, and it made it to the news. Correct, Dan? What news department?
I think it's the local. Was it the ABC or Fox affiliate here? The guy misread it because when she had pneumonia and said Hillary Clinton had died.
Wow, Hillary Clinton was the guy Asian. You, Hillary Clinton, you die. He printed that she died without
No,
vetting
it was a TV. It was
a TV show.
Yeah.
That she died. How do you do that? She's running for president. So I said to Dan, again, my chaotic, ridiculous life. I'm not proud of these stories. I mean, they make me money, but Jesus. I said to Dan, well, that was like the time the guy announced my death, or the woman announced my death on the news in Vegas. He's like, you never told me that. I'm like, what? You never heard that clip? We're in Las Vegas with the Stern Show, 2004. My girlfriend at the time, Dana.
Did you do the basketball thing that trip? Or the
No. Okay, wait. It was okay. It's 2004 in Vegas. We did the last show of the week, and everyone stayed to have one last dinner. Howard took me and Dana. Howard and Beth took me and Dana, just the four of us, to Picasso, the French restaurant in the Bellagio, and it's called Picasso because there's real Picassos. That's how much money you lose. We have real Picassos. I'm like, I'll take a print if I can lose less money. Beautiful dinner. Again, Howard and Beth always very generous with me and Dana. We had a great time, and I had to stay to do a stand-up show, which was going to be very lucrative, and I was happy about that. I'm sitting in bed with Dana at about 7 a.m. We got home a half an hour earlier. We were out all night, and again, I gave her. I made love to her in Vegas. I gave her 4 of the worst seconds of her life, as it's described on Yelp. And then we passed out. Phone keeps ringing off the hook. About half an hour later, 3 a.m. Well, no, it's no, at this point it's 2 p.m. And she goes, I hope you. No, the phone rings and Dana finally picks it up. Okay, Dana picked it up because I was dead to the world. No pun intended. And she wakes me up. She goes, it's Ronnie, the limo driver. He says they think you're dead. I go, what? And I go, Ronnie, what? He goes, Ronnie, it's Ronnie, the limo. I go, it's Ronnie. I go, what's the matter? He goes, are you all right? I go, yeah. He goes, dude, don't panic, but you should call your mom because someone called the local news here and told the TV station that you died, that Dana found you dead of a drug overdose at the Hard Rock, and that you're dead. And it made the news. I said, TV news? You're like, yeah. We don't want the wire to pick it up before it's confirmed. Like, why wouldn't you confirm it before it got on TV? And then I said to myself, what if my mother sees this scroll? I couldn't call home fast enough. If my mother saw that, forget it. Forget it. It'd be guns ablazing. The guns of Navarone. The guns of Judy. And I go, well, it's just a report, right? And I talked to my mother, and I said, please, Ma, if you hear it, I'm not, because I know you. She needed me to call her like 3 times to prove I was alive. Take a picture. Proof of life. That's what I needed with my mother.
that's right.
Prove you're alive. I don't know. You want a finger? That wasn't her toe, dude. As if I can get you a toe. I get your toe by 3 o'clock with nail polish. The Big Lebowski. So then on the Howard Stern Show, they got a hold of, yes, it did make the air, a local Las Vegas radio station, no, a TV station. A hot chick who was the anchor announced my death. It was so disconcerting to hear. All right, here's what I hear. I purposely waited until I got on the air to hear this so I'd react to it. This got on the air.
Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lang was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lang was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern Show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lang's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will, of course, update you as new information becomes available.
That story is only 10 minutes.
Okay, that fan taped it off the show when they played it. Dan, you know what? I just got the chills again. I didn't realize. Listen to what they had. They said I was taken to a hospital where my death was confirmed. Okay? One phone call to the hospital. It's not true. Lang's girlfriend found him. What? What? How does that? That is the most irresponsible. And first of all, talk about it. At the time, Dan, I was 34 years old. Wait a minute. 2000. It was definitely 04 because it was our last trip out there, and it was the last time I was out there with Dana. Jeez, my life is just. I really. I'm not even wearing it as a badge of honor. I don't know. I can't believe this shit happened to me. Could you imagine my mother heard that? What we just heard?
I can't.
She can't listen to it, by the way, knowing I'm alive.
Right.
She can't. She would have had a heart attack.
I have never heard it, and I heard it. And thank you to Monica for finding it, because you could not find it on the internet.
Right.
And she happened to save it.
Well, what she did was she taped it off. That wasn't the actual aired thing. You hear Robin laughing.
That was the show.
Right.
She got it from the show.
Right.
And we were going to do the podcast earlier yesterday, and I got so upset when I heard this. I could not.
You are such a chick.
I couldn't.
I'm upset because it's me. I mean, you're abroad. No, friends of mine were Stuttering John had left the Stern Show already. And by the way, John and I sort of made up. Play that again. Listen to all the details. Listen to the details. They said I went to the hospital. And first of all, in 2004 in the summer, I was 36. I was 36 years old. So imagine my reputation. They completely believed it. 36, found dead. Artie Lang, yeah, run with it. Run with it. Dana, by the way, her reaction, can I go to sleep? Not what she knows. She said, I'm alive. But I had to keep telling my mother. My mother kept saying after she heard it and after I say, Mom, I'm alive, she goes, this is really you, right? It's not somebody trying to make me feel better, doing an impression or something. Really thought that. Yeah, Ma, you're right. It's an impressionist. This is actually Fred Travelina. This is Fred Travelina, Ma. It is! No. Okay, listen to the details. This is unreal.
Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lang was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lang was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lang's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will, of course, update you as new information becomes available.
Okay, the hotel confirmed his death. Who at the hotel confirmed my death? It had to be somebody who confirmed my death. Ronnie, the limo driver, by the way, Ronnie and I were always, we're the same kind of guy, Ronnie and I. I love Ronnie, and we were always, we were friendly. And I love Ronnie. We had a couple of really fun times at Scores, man. Ronnie, the limo driver, and I, we were at the Caroline's Christmas party, 2003-ish. And we were with three of the smokingest hot young strippers from Scores. Oh, were they hot? We took them to the Caroline's Christmas party. I did a set downtown, and we would put a full court press on them, man, trying to fuck them. And I may or may not have fucked them. But again, I said, let them see me doing stand-up because that's when I get good looking. I killed downtown at the club. We went to the Caroline's Christmas party. Celebrities they're seeing celebrities smoking hot. So we decided to go from Caroline. They said, let's go to Scores. Now, Scores, for us, back in the day, the old Scores, for the Stern guys, again, God bless the Stern Show, had little nooks and crannies. Little secret doors. And, whatever. One of the first times I met Arturo Gotti was in one of those rooms. Put it that way. And when they say let's go to Scores, that means nooks and cranny time. Caroline's didn't have the nooks and crannies, the secret doors. So I'm like, fine. I had a Mercedes 500 fucking XL at the time. 4-door, Tony Soprano style, a lot of room. Me, Ronnie the limo driver, Doug Goodstein, and 3 strippers. 3 strippers. Smoking hot. They're all cocky. These chicks think they know the city. They're from the Midwest, but they're hot, so they know everything you don't. They're cooler. Too cool for school. Okay, I had to go cross town. Caroline's is on Broadway and 50th. Scores at that time was on 1st Ave and 60th Street, right under the fucking bridge, under the Queensboro. I had to go clear across town. Not an easy task. Christmas time traffic. I'm driving. I drove like, I don't know, Mario Andretti on crack. And I was on sidewalks, running red lights, laughing. Every time I ran a red light, I would just miss a truck. I go, oh, I walked out of Caroline's with a drink in a glass. Like not even a cup. I casually walked out with a drink. I had hanging out the window a cigarette, a Marlboro Red, and the glass in the other hand, and I'm toasting cops as we're flying by. I toasted a cop. Dan, I toasted a cop. God. I ran a red light as I toasted a cop with a Jack Daniels and water, speeding. I might have been in reverse. Now, so now the two of the strippers start to cry. The one goes, "I'm from Kansas. I can't do this. Please stop. Please stop." And Ronnie's like, "You're not so cool now, huh, cunt?" Ronnie kept calling cunts. He called the strippers he liked cunts.
Oh, God.
Like, Ronnie, what are you doing? But you know, they were good girls. They were good girls. They knew how to make a man happy. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's not on TV anymore. I watched some of the Emmy Awards. I almost threw up. Jimmy Kimmel was fine. He did a good job. But every fucking winner and presenter is a transgender, gay, a chick, transgender chick, gay. Everything's like men are bad. It's all anti-white men. The people who invented the business, you cocklick. Let's break down the patriarchy. That was the big. What was the slogan? Let's break down the patriarchy. No more men. Okay, fine. Bye. You know where the real men are going? Podcast. Me and Cumia. You know what we're going to do? This is how fucking disgusting I am. And Anthony never thought of this because he's not a scumbag like me. I'm going to pitch to Anthony Cumia that we do he changed his name to Lou and we do a Lou Cumia benefit. And we pocket the money. Just make the checks out to Lou Cumia. That's it. That's the kind of bitch we're doing. Mindless puns that aren't smart. Men shit. Stuff to make Longshoremen laugh like I am. Fuckers. Oh, you're so smart, aren't you? You're so smart. Let's break down the patriarchy. Yeah. Knock, knock. Who is it? It ain't Tig Notaro. It's Lang. I love Tig, but Jesus. If you don't want to be, if you hate men, why are you going to dress like a guy? So that was it. Oh, I got Dan. I'm telling you, Caroline's to 1st and 60th. Cross down traffic. I made every one of those strippers cry. And guess what? If I parked right in front of Scores. Every time I went, I parked right in front of fucking Scores. It's not legal. I threw the doorman a C note. Every time I went, I had 100 on me. I said, take this. A C note going in, a C note coming the fuck out. And that car had fucking diplomat status. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And I made sure the chick saw me give the fucking C note to the guy. And then, the chicks always have a little ecstasy on them. I'm not going to lie to you. They get a little ecstasy. And as the chicks would say, let's drop. That's how when you take an ecstasy, that's what these chicks say. We're going to drop at 9. Drop what? Can you drop the fucking bullshit axe and just blow me? No, we're going to drop it. It means taking an ecstasy. It means drop. I bet you didn't know that, Dan. I dropped at 9. I said, what are you dropping your pants? When's that drop happening? Well, guess what? It happened about a half an hour after you dropped the ecstasy. Drop the ecstasy, she drops the pants. Bam! And then guess what you do? In the bathroom, we called the guy the magician. He got glitter off you. He got the scent of a stripper off you. You could go to a communion afterwards. We called that guy Dr. Cleanup. Something like that. This guy, he got half a sheet, too. He got 50.
This was the men's room attendant Scores?
Men's room attendant Scores. Half a sheet. He got a 50 every time I went in there. And he knew how to. It was like going through a stripper on you car wash. He got stripper off you. Off you. You could have went to your wedding afterwards. He did some magical fucking thing, like Jiffy Lube. He got glitter off you. You know how hard it is to get stripper glitter? It's there for days. Days. It's like anthrax.
Oh God.
He got stripper glitter off of you. I said, is this a product? I'll invest in it right now. Did you invent the product that gets stripper glitter off you? He got all the stripper glitter off, the scent of a stripper.
Oh, my God.
He get rid of fucking rancid pussy, too. He got rid of that, too. Absolutely. And if you think your stripper's pregnant, he'll get rid of the baby. And if she's not into that, he'll get rid of the stripper.
That is so funny that you brought that up because I was here for 6 days, and we went to Scores like the second night.
Yeah.
And then I
Who
went
you with?
Steve Dahl.
Oh, you should have called
and Craig
us.
Gass.
Yeah, you should have called us. Gas made it to a couple of. I saw Gas at a couple of stripper parties, but he didn't get. I got some VIP status.
And we went to 2 World Series games. We went to Ground Zero. And when I got back to Chicago, about 2 days later, I saw some stripper glitter on my pillow. I'm like, where did this come from?
Exactly, dude.
That is so funny that you brought that up.
You needed to go to this guy. So you think about what you're dropping in tips alone back then, the days of Wine Rose. What did I give a fuck? I was making $100,000 a weekend doing stand-up. $950K a year on Stern. I had book deals. I'm like Ray Liotta at the end of Goodfellas. I had a fucking, I had a sugar bowl of Coke next to the bed. What did I give a shit?
Did you have to tip the young lady?
I had to pay my taxes. What young lady?
That
Stripper?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. But I got money. They gave us money. There's funny money at a strip club. You know, the strip money that they take and cash in. We got $1,000 every night. Just $1,000. I said, take the 1,000. I don't need it. She would have blew me in front of her mother.
Oh God.
And got her mother to blow me.
Oh.
$1,000. You kidding me? Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Oh, men were men. When men were men! And I could tell the story in front of someone, and a guy like Dan would laugh at it back then. Now Dan's offended. Nowadays, you tell that story, you get a guy like Dan, he's offended. Oh, the male Elizabeth,
I'm not offended.
The male Elizabeth Warren over here.
That is not true.
Well, that's disgusting. Didn't you take him to a museum? Didn't you take him to a museum? Was it Notting Hill playing? No, baby. No, baby. Men are men. I was the kind of man who they say you're dead, and at 36, they just put it on the news. No vetting. Artie Lang's dead. Great. We'll lead with that. What the fuck? What a life. I wouldn't change it for. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. Well, I might have bet. I might have bet against the Broncos though. No. I just had. It's a, you know what? It's a ne'er-do-well life. But you know what? I bought my mom a fucking house. She set up an IRA right now. Round-the-clock nursing going on over there. She's living like fucking one of the Sinatra sisters. You understand? That's what I work for. That's what I fucking work for. Right now, there are 4 chicks out there somewhere who were just about to be my fiance or were my fiance. You know what they have? Some of them have $10,000 Birkin bags, $40,000 rings. One has a car. It's the first my mother's hearing of it.
It's like being in the Hall of Fame.
It's there might be an Italian chick from North Jersey driving around in a Celica. One has an SUV. One has my condolences over a dead baby. They're driving around out there. I bought them out. You know what? Let me be even more frank. So it's not just dollars and cents. So I don't look like a hard-hearted man. She was beautiful. These strippers in my car were beautiful. Oh, you know the money I've given strippers? The one chick, one of the chicks in that car. This is what, 2002, so 14 years. She had a 7-year-old kid. That kid, I probably put that kid through college.
Oh, God.
With the money I gave her that night, that kid could have gone to DeVry. Easily went to DeVry to get some sort of technical degree. One time I bought a White Trash Kick a Cracker Barrel franchise.
Oh, God.
We were on the road in Ohio. I love Cracker Barrel. You want it? Yeah, take it. Now lick my taint. It was rock and roll. She was beautiful. Oh, making the... Ask Ronnie to this day. You see Ronnie Limo Driver talked about that ride across town. He loved it. Oh, they thought they were so cool. Fuck them. I was holding a Jack Daniels and water on the rocks.
Jesus.
No twist. In the same hand, I perfected it as a Marlboro Red on my other finger, driving a Mercedes, doing about 90 with my other finger. 3 strippers, Doug Goodstein and Ronnie Limo Driver. 2 Jews and me in the car. 3 strippers. The strippers crying. I'm running a red light, doing 90 on the sidewalk. The cop goes, "Artie, have a good night." That's right. And a female cop was with them. Fucking bitch. Everything was tucked in properly. We have to write him up. And you know what? This was 2002, guys. Before Neil Patrick Harris became Clint Eastwood. You know what the male cop said to the? Shut up, it's Artie Lang. I'm exaggerating a little. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Good news, Obama's addressing the UN, which means there won't be too much traffic.
I have to go in the city today, too.
Architect thing?
No.
What's going on?
I just have to...
Is he bitching? You don't spend enough time with me. I want to know your last name. What are you doing? You want to talk about it?
Huh?
You know,
I just have a doctor's appointment.
Oh.
One of the long ones.
Well, don't bring it down. Now you're bringing it down. You know what? I'm going to out-depress you. Let's end with this. Play the news. My point is this, guys. Hillary Clinton, toughen up. It happened to me way before you. And by the way, we found out later, guess who made this call? Captain Janks, who's a legendary Stern guy who always gets stuff on the air. Captain Janks is the one who called the radio.
Wow.
It was a classic Captain Janks moment. So it was a classic Howard Stern moment. And again, it's part of Howard, I love him. He paid me well. I owe him everything. But I left a lot of blood on that floor, man. A lot of blood.
Yep.
Okay, well, you're about to hear again. I'm 36 years old. In Las Vegas, in between doing a Stern show for 3 days and a stand-up gig. I had been out all night. Me and my girlfriend Dana had got home about 6:30 in the morning, back to the hotel room. I tried to make love, and I passed out. She laughed herself to sleep, as always. And an hour later, we get a call to see if I'm alive, because this had aired on Las Vegas television.
Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lang was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lang was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lang's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will, of course, update you as new information becomes available.
Where he was pronounced dead. Okay, confirmed by the hotel. That's one guy to call. Right there, it's a hoax. Pronounced dead at the... Who pronounced me dead? Who pronounced me dead? By the way, Dana was aggravated. They didn't say his girlfriend, Dana. I don't think she was. Where I'm exaggerating. Anyway, that's the podcast. I hope some of you guys are satisfied with that, who are a little annoyed because last week, I had the balls to be a little light. A little light. Fuckers. Ryan Sharman. I'm going to do the wrong thing and give him a shout out because I'm sure he's loving it. Ryan Sharman. Dad was a little annoyed. He felt like we were shitting on him. We only gave him, 14 hours of podcasting last week? I dare say...
A vacation podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I dare say that no one does as many podcast hours as we do every week. I dare say it. Does any comedian do as many podcast hours?
I don't think...
Gilbert's getting nominated for awards. You know why? Because I'm his guest. He does one a month for fucking 6 minutes.
He hasn't even done that lately.
I know.
Every 3 months.
Getting awards. Everybody hates me. You know why? They're jealous. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't go to... I'm not a fucking groundling UCB fruit. I don't have any hours in my quiver. I'm making it look easy, guys. I'm a fucking longshoreman, construction worker, obnoxious, alcoholic, junkie, degenerate, gambling dick face. And I think I've grossed about $22 million in comedy. I don't have a lot of it because of gambling. But yeah, I'm looking at the best view of Manhattan on the planet fucking Earth. You know why? Because you went to Northwestern? No. Because you were a groundling? No. Because you're in UCB? No. Second City? No. You studied at NYU? No. Yale Drama? No. I drove a fucking cab, loaded trucks. I had to go to summer school because I failed gym in high school.
Well, there was the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yeah, I had to do that because guess why I did that? My probation officer said, get an activity.